Number 1, Enoch Carter. Enoch is a wide receiver from Poughkeepsie, New York. He majors in multidisciplinary studies. He is being escorted by Rhodesia Hives and Coach DJ Bolden. Number 1, Enoch Carter. Number 1, Jaden Broughton. Jaden Broughton is an accounting major out of Moncks Corner, South Carolina. He is a defensive lineman. He's being escorted by Shanika Robinson, James Broughton, and Journey Broughton. Jaden Broughton. Next up is number 2, Diego Addison. Diego is a multidisciplinary studies major from Columbia, South Carolina. Diego is a defensive back, and he's being escorted by Veronica Medina. Give it up for Diego Addison. Next up, number 4, Dathan Peterson. Dathan is a multidisciplinary studies student from Cocoa, Florida. He is being escorted by Derek Peterson and Renaya Peterson, along with Devontae Peterson. Give it up for Dathan Peterson. Next up is number 5, Keyshawn Tony. He is an MBA student from Williston, South Carolina. He plays the position of tight end. He's been escorted by Samantha Tony, John Dunbar, and Tammy Brown. Give it up for Keyshawn Tony. Next up, we have wide receiver, number 6, Justin Smith Brown. Justin is a multidisciplinary studies student from Cocoa, Florida. He's being escorted by Angelia Brown, Jonathan Brown, and Brian Brown. Let's give it up for Justin Smith Brown. Next up, number 7, QB1, Eric Phoenix. Eric is a rehabilitation counseling student out of Savannah, Georgia. He's being escorted by Shanae Phoenix, Eugene Phoenix, and Deborah Cleveland. Let's give it up for our quarterback, number 7, Eric Phoenix. Next up, number 8, Aiden Weaver. Aiden is an exercise science student from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Aiden plays the position of linebacker, and he is being escorted by Janine Phillips Weaver, Drew Weaver, and Elise Weaver. Let's give it up for Aiden Weaver. Next up, number 9, Malik Richardson. Malik is an MBA student from Sumter, South Carolina. He is a defensive lineman, and he's being escorted by Geraldine Richardson and Malcolm Chapman. Let's give it up for Malik Richardson. Next up, we have number 11, Aaron Bull Smith. Aaron is a master's physical activity management student. He is from Manning, South Carolina. He is being escorted by Katrina Space and Colton Brailsford. Let's hear it one more time for Aaron Bull Smith. Number 12, Gerard Washington. Gerard is a multidisciplinary studies student from Fredericksburg, Virginia. He is a defensive back, and he's being escorted by Tanaya Washington and Coach Michael Stiles. Let's give it up for Gerard Washington. Next, we have number 15, Bryce McIntosh. Bryce is a defensive back from Lake City, South Carolina, majoring in speech pathology and audiology. He is being escorted by Bernard McIntosh and Celeste McIntosh, along with his brother, Braxton McIntosh. Let's give it up for Bryce McIntosh. Number 27, Logan Jones. Logan Jones is from the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. He majors in multidisciplinary studies. He is a defensive back, and he is being escorted by Karen and Anthony Jones, as well as Lauren Jones. Let's give it up for Logan Jones. Next up, we have number 28, Michael Brunson. Michael is a master's student in the Physical Activity Management Program, and he is hailing from St. Matthews, South Carolina. He is a defensive back. He is being escorted by Michael Brunson, Sheila Brunson, and Timothy Butler. Let's give it up for Michael Brunson. Next up, we have number 41, John Hannibal. John is a multidisciplinary study student from Hopkins, South Carolina. He is a defensive lineman. He's being escorted by Tamara Hannibal and John Hannibal Sr., along with Lauren Hannibal. Let's give it up for John Hannibal. Next up, we have number 49, Khalil Ellis, a tight end from York, South Carolina. Khalil majors in digital media. He is being escorted by Crystal Broadway and Jamie Brown. Let's hear it for Khalil Ellis. Next up, we have number 56, Jake Maggio. Jake is an MBA student from Bridgewater, New Jersey. Jake is the long snapper. He's being escorted by John Maggio and Christina Maggio. Let's give it up for Jake Maggio. Next up, we have number 62, Chandler Muller. Chandler is a multidisciplinary studies student from Columbia, South Carolina. He is an offensive lineman. He is being escorted by Cleveland Muller and Michelle Muller, along with Cameron Muller. Let's give it up for number 62, Chandler Muller. Next up, we have number 68, Wesleyan McLeod. Wesleyan is a computer science major from the Met, the capital city of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. He is an offensive lineman. He's being escorted by Whitney McLeod, Kenyatta Walker McLeod, and Winston McLeod. Let's give it up for Weslyn McLeod. Next up, we have number 73, Cam Johnson. Cam is a physical activity management major from Irmo, South Carolina. He is an offensive lineman, and he's being escorted by Juanetta Johnson. Let's give it up for Cam Johnson. Next up, we have number 76, Eric Brown Jr. Eric is a nuclear engineering major from Hartsville, South Carolina. He is an offensive lineman. He is being escorted by Rosanna Brown, Eric Brown Sr., and Leanne Brown. Let's give it up for Eric Brown Jr. Next up, we have one of our captains, number 78, Nick Tace. Nick is a sports communication major from Lexington, South Carolina. He plays the position of offensive lineman. He is being escorted by Denise Tace and Alyssa Hutchison. Let's give it up for Nick Tace. Next up, we have number 97, Jamal McKinney. Jamal is a mathematics major from St. Stephen, South Carolina. He plays the position of defensive lineman. He is being escorted by Susie McKinney, Edward McKinney, and Dalen McKinney. Let's give it up for Jamal McKinney. Next up, we have number 98, Octavian Minter. Octavian is a multidisciplinary studies student from Chester, South Carolina. He plays defensive lineman, and he is being escorted by Mary Johnson, Shamika Johnson, and Vincent Johnson. Let's give it up for Octavian Minter. And last, but certainly not least, we have number 99, Jared Kirksey. Jared is a communications major from Central South Carolina. He plays the position of defensive lineman. He is being escorted by Betty Morris, James Kirksey, and Melissa Morris. Let's hear it for number 99, Jared Kirksey. Once again, let's give it up for these amazing young men. Your dedication and commitment to the sport and studies has not gone